we do prostration prayer. Omo namo menzo shiri namazu shiri namo dharma shiri omo namo menzo shiri namazu shiri namo dharma menzo shiri omo namo menzo shiri namazu shiri namo dharma shiri omo namo menzo shiri namazu shiri Namo Dhamma Shri Namo Namo Menzo Shri Namo So Shri Namo Dhamma Shri So Please have a seat.
Page 240.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, there's a tradition to Guru Shatman Buddha or the lineage gurus and refresh refuge practice as well as refresh the Buddhist motivation in order to make your time here, especially this session, to be most beneficial for your own enlightenment as well as for the enlightenment of the rest of the numberless sentient beings. Kange duzene zone dawadam jeba bejre nabeshene benze bangodam dela chance lo toni nyeje zolo jobe la matseje seje kaje de chana be motenze jalo la sowa de zoda yu xinye So take a moment to realize how fortunate each and every one of us from every angle, even from the worldly perspective. Each and every one of us here very much in the best position. In fact, one's time during this period to have time to discover your own true potential, to able to find that one can live harmony with him, and negative emotions can be overcome as long as one remain in a conducive environment in such places like this. You can see very clearly the negative emotions are reduced within our system. The anxiety is reduced. The distractions are reduced. Sometime in our life we thought this is not possible. But now you realize that it is possible. It is happening in real time. And you can clearly see in such environment, you feel more connected to others. Starting from your loved ones, you tend to appreciate their existence in your life. When we were together, when you are together with your loved ones, sometimes you don't realize that. We human beings have a nature of taking for granted. Those of you who have children, clearly when you are here, you kind of miss them, isn't it? And that's good. And that misfeeling is not necessarily always attachment. That is your affection. And that, again, one of the phases of compassion, phase of love, which are virtue, which are needed, beneficial. Those of you have parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, friends. Every opportunity that you get to do something good, you think of them quite spontaneously, and on top of that, spiritually, you're very much full-time dedicated to accumulate as much virtues as possible, and you dedicate to the well-being of your family members, which is good, which is so beneficial. And sometimes when you think about it, we do that much more than when we are with them. Then, especially in the environment of where we have, opportunity to listen to the teachings on bodhicitta, even relating to the holy place is to do with bodhicitta. Then everyone's very much the purpose is to discover bodhicitta, or to enhance that which you already discovered before. Some is to really to get fully perfected, even to gain enlightenment. So very much each and every one of us carry one or another purposes, coming here. And that we, when we think about bodhicitta or great compassion, in many occasions, especially, our lives are very much overwhelmed by our worldly responsibilities like job, in the office environment, in family environment. It seems like it's not realistic. So easily lose our coolness, calmness. Little thing, irritates us. Sometimes, the attitude of others at the workplace, or even in the family, even by relatives, or even by friends, sometimes I may able to generate compassion to the rest of the other sentient beings, but not for him or her, or not for this situation. No way. Sometimes we come to that kind of position, isn't it? But then when you come into this kind of environment, it feels like everything is possible. I can, yes, it is hard, but it is definitely possible. That conviction, we gain when we are in this kind of environment, and that is so precious. Even one moment of time, even once, after a long time, once in a long time, to gain that conviction, I can achieve Buddhahood, I can become Bodhisattva, I will become Bodhisattva, I can develop bodhicitta, and one day I have my whole heart is bodhicitta, and it's kind of you already discover what you call the horizon, isn't it? The sun coming up like that. I think many of you discover that, isn't it already? That the sun of the rising, the bodhicitta arising, isn't it? So. Yeah, just with this few reasoning, we're extremely fortunate, to be in that stint in our life. Extremely precious. Maybe no more precious than this ever happened in the past. So should acknowledge that. And make it more stable. Those realizations. These are realizations. These are very profound realizations. Now stabilize that. Make it firm commitments, and the coming teaching will also discuss, always repeatedly think of the benefit of the bodhicitta, then repeatedly listen or read or be among people that who speak or be in action, compassion in action. So that's the way how we can strengthen or we can stabilize this basic grounded realization that we achieve. So like that. Each and every one of your effort, it acts as a great antidote to pacifying all the difficulties that happen in the world, like such as war, natural disasters, so many forms of diseases. All those experiences are result of karma, collective karma of the world. Because even though in a certain place the war is happening, but the whole world is affected, and ourselves also affected. And so we definitely play a part in the past lifetimes, come to a stage that we have to go through this such period of war in our time. So therefore, even one person engaging in virtuous accumulation, serve as an antidote to overcome that. How wonderful! More people do that, or entire humanity do that, but which is hard. But at least we ourselves, understand that we can play a big role to bring impact, to overcome the suffering of the world, and bring peace and happiness. So then, you really, knowing that it delights you, really rejoice, feel happy, and which is important to have. Okay, so I'll go through the text. So there's 68 verses in the Lamb for the Path. So yesterday we discussed about the very much to understand the different characteristics of the three capable beings path, and we have stopped at the verse 5, I think, verse 5, which is introducing the characteristic of the higher capable beings, and it is path, introduction to that. And so the characteristic of the higher capable beings are very much defined by someone who carries great compassion, which develop on the basis of reasoning your own limitation of samsara, then develop compassion to self, and that see the similar situation in the rest of the sentient being. Then that's how that initial limited compassion develop into a great compassion, and who aspire to develop the altruistic path, which is the bodhicitta and wisdom of emptiness, and altruistic attitude and altruistic wisdom. And such individual, and ultimate goal is to achieve a state of full enlightenment for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, enlightenment, and engaging in the altruistic part of method and wisdom, and that individual is a Mahayanic practitioner, the higher capable beings, practitioner. I know it's a higher that individual will be the higher capable being. So as like the Chandrakirti's supplemental middle way, it says, compassion alone is seed. The compassion alone is seen as a seed of the victorious one's rich harvest, as water for its growth, and as it is ripening into source of usefulness. And so first I pay homage to compassion. So the key practice of the higher capable being is compassion. As mentioned earlier, in the very initial stage, you develop compassion to yourself. So that is the seed. That serve as a seed. Then that help to develop into a great compassion. And along the journey along the Mahayanic spiritual journey, all actions, where even the wisdom, development of wisdom has to be introduced by compassion. So very much, nurturing one's path by compassion. Even the development of bodhicitta has to be done by the heart of compassion. Even to develop the special insight, the highest level of wisdom, which carry the full power to antidote, to eliminate the obstacle to nirvana and obstacle to omniscience. Also able to do so by the force of compassion. So in the middle, the compassion acts as a water, which time nourishing the seed, supplementing the seed to grow. Then at the end, the whole purpose of accomplishing the enlightenment is for the benefit of rest of the numberless sentient beings, happiness, to able to be effective service in the numberless sentient being, from helping, from conditioning from temporary happiness, even while they are in the holy samsaric life, all the way up to the ultimate happiness, enlightenment. That only possible if there's a motivation of compassion. Without the motivation of compassion, then even you achieve nirvana, it would be very much like the solitary realization and Pratyeka Buddhas and Sarvaka Buddhas, those who reside in the self-nirvana peace. They gain, they have already achieved direct realization of emptiness. They also achieve sustainable peace and happiness, but that very much consumed by one's own, benefit to remain in peace, self in peace for eons, you see, and that is because of lacking of compassion. So therefore, for Mahayanic path, then the nirvana peace also are negation. Nirvana peace is to Mahayanic path. Nirvana peace also need to be abandoned, and that's simply because of lacking of compassion. It's not being the most useful achievement because of that. So and that all is because of compassion. The bodhicitta also is, the more you train in compassion, that fully matured state of compassion is the bodhicitta. Even just the name change, but actually the main element is compassion. And that bodhicitta, which is main element is compassion, by keep developing it, eventually it will develop as a omniscient mind, the mind of the Buddha. So verse 6 is said, for those excellent living beings who desire supreme enlightenment, I shall explain the perfect method taught by the spiritual teachers. Those excellent living beings, referring to the meritorious, karmically ripened practitioners, such of those like yourself, those who aspire full enlightenment for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, and who wish to adopt who wish to take bodhicitta as your main path, body practice, and those are called excellent living beings who desire supreme enlightenment. I shall explain the perfect method. Perfect method. There are so many methods to develop bodhicitta, but there's two methods which traditionally used, since Buddha taught this teaching in the southern world. Then endorsed by Buddha Manjushri and Buddha Maitreya, and well examined by great panditas like Nagarjuna, Shantideva, like Asanga, Atisha, Dharmakirti, and then seminal Dharmakirti, then Atisha, etc. So, through well examining the usage of this true method, proven 100%, deliver the purpose, the result, achieving bodhicitta, So those true methods are the 7 cause and effect, training to the development of bodhicitta, and 4-point exchanging with the self and other to develop bodhicitta. So 7 cause and effect, training to develop bodhicitta. The lineage, came directly from Maitreya to Lama Silimba, or Maitreya to Asanga, then to Silimba, then to Atisha, then to Kadampa, then to Podova, then Sharawa, Chemawa, then all the way up to Lama Tsongkhapa's true disciple, and all the way up to today, including His Holiness, who hold this pure lineage, and all of the past panditas and masters of Tibet and panditas of India, they are initially like us, exactly like us, before we, they also had a period of time that they get distracted with worldly concerns. They immediately, they renounce that and they search for a correct path. And then they found these teachings of the Mahayana. Then they were transmitted the teaching, transmitted the training methods such as 7 cause and effects. Then they live in that practice. Then eventually they gain the realization. So after they achieve the realization, then they reveal their experience to us. So these teachings are not just presentation of scholars. It is the what do you call, the testimony, you call that. It is their experiential note that share with us. You see, so if you train in that, there's no room to go wrong. So explain the perfect method. The first perfect method is 7 cause and effect. Then another one the 4 points are exchanged with other, from Buddha Manjushri to Nagarjuna, and Nagarjuna to Shanideva. Then also the Atisha also has this lineage, so tribal up to today. So the seven cause and effect, recognizing all sentient beings as your mother, remembering their kindness, repaying their kindness, then repaying their kindness, through practice of compassion or love, first love, and then compassion, then the wholehearted resolve, taking responsibility by myself alone, going to liberate the rest of the numberless sentient beings from oceans of suffering in any causes, and abide then from temporary happiness all the way up to the ultimate happiness, enlightenment. Then the result of that, bodhicitta is born. You see, so recognizing all sentient beings as mother. First of all, we have to make sure that we recognize, our present mother as mother. Recognize sentient beings as a mother on the basis of understanding, their benefit to you, with expressions of gratitude. Expression of gratitude. Then, yes. So, as for this present life's mother, obviously, who get this basis of precious rebirth, the human body. Without the human body, how smart mind we may have, how great continual consciousness we may have, we won't have a human rebirth, first of all. If we don't have precious human rebirth, then we won't meet the Dharma. We won't meet the teaching on bodhicitta. And there are so many ways to develop bodhicitta by accumulating the meritorious resources through our body, speech, and mind. We won't have those bases to do so. You see. And most of all, we will not have human emotion. If we don't have human emotion, we won't able to generate renunciation. Means no way we can generate a path. Path to liberation we want. So human emotion is very important. So in order to achieve human emotion, you need these 6 elements. On top of the 4 common elements, earth, water, fire, air, you need the father, mother's substance, which is the father's sperm, mother's egg. You need that. This make up the 6 elements. In Tibet we call Ngāi come to them. It's very precious. So the later 2 elements serve the basis to achieve human emotion, human sensitivity. Without that basis of the emotional sensitivity, no room for us to feel, or no room for us to differentiate what is happiness, what is suffering. No room for us to differentiate the object of compassion and object of love. No room to generate love and compassion. You won't have any feeling if someone's suffering. You won't understand. You won't able to recognize the the real characteristic of suffering. The being may go through pain, but may not understand that pain as has to be overcome and can be overcome. All this understanding, won't have that basic understanding. Especially here comes about the pervasive compounded suffering. So not much of the suffering of change, but more about pervasive compounded suffering. The animals, they detect suffering of pain, but they also detect suffering of change, and they look for antidote for that. But they don't have the capability to understand pervasive compounded suffering and to look for antidote for that. So only human has that capability. So when we talk about path, the spiritual path, the definition of path and ground of path is mind of renunciation. So some of you have studied philosophy. So then when you learn about the definition of what is the path, not a normal path, but the path and ground of path, and the definition is the mind of renunciation. And the renunciation is the heart that understood the limitations of samsara, limitations of contaminated aggregates, understanding the pervasive compounded suffering. Then who renounce that and aspire for liberation and adopting the antidote, the path of method and wisdom. You see, so that capability only human being has, and that is mainly because of human intelligence, and that human intelligence based on human emotion, and that human emotion, the basis is the true substance, that comes about, and so therefore, you see, the whole reason why we are still in samsara because of we didn't achieve renunciation in the past, because we didn't enter into the path because of that. You see, if we happen to enter into the path, maybe by now, some of us might be already Arya Bodhisattva, some of us already might be Buddha. But it's quite obvious, at least from individual, let us say my side, that it's not about realizing the path, but just to even understand is like quite a distant, you see. So therefore, how great the enlightenment is, how great the compassion is, or wisdom emptiness is, without the path of renunciation, all those great things won't be possible. So first thing, we have to actualize renunciation. That's why the three capable beings we discussed before, the three capable beings are also defined, as I mentioned on yesterday, they're defined by attitude, not by wisdom. But the attitude, if you really, what that exact attitude is about the path, it's about the renunciation, the mind of renunciation. The small renunciation, renouncing three low renouncing, aspiring for higher rebirth, is small renunciation. Renouncing 60 realms of self-existing, aspiring for liberation, is a middling renunciation. Renouncing not only your own samsara, but the samsara of the rest of the numberless sentient beings, aspiring for full enlightenment, that is a great renunciation. You see, so you can determine also in which category you are falling into based on the renunciation. So you see, so therefore, if we diligent enough, as far as concerned, the conditions are all there. Conditions to practice the complete path, whole Dharma, and even full time. There's nothing is lacking, condition-wise, external conditions, also internal conditions. We really have all these, 8 freedoms and 10 endowments intact. Only one thing may make us not succeed, which is the diligent, whether we are diligent enough or not. You see, if we're diligent enough, within the very cushion, we have opportunity to be enlightened. If not, at least by the time that when we go through the transition, life to death, then when the natural clear light, which is the natural experience of, natural occurrence of the emptiness, natural occurrence, natural, natural experience of what wisdom realizing emptiness is, when the clear light occurs, when the natural clear light occurs. There are many practitioners who learn the definition of emptiness, definition of clear light, then they simply label that natural occurrence of emptiness as emptiness, the Dharmakaya as a Dharmakaya, and there's a natural occurrence of the highest level of concentrated mind, which completely free from all the distractions. You see, when you reach to the clear light experience, entire conceptual mind is dissolved. All the gross distractions of the 4 elements are dissolved, and that dissolved even before we experience the clear light. You see, by the time that we are clinically pronounced dead, the entire gross elemental disturbances are all ceased. Now, during meditation, we have to design to seize it, which is so hard. But in one lifetime, one circle lifetime, we have these natural experiences will come in our way. And if we know how to take advantage of that, we can even, enlighten that, you see. So then, after the 4 elements dissolve, then there's 80 conceptual thoughts. Those 80 conceptual thoughts, which is so hard to overcome, which are the great distraction, while we are doing meditation, only someone, able to do very deep meditation can able to cause these 80 conceptual thoughts to sleep, stay away for a moment in order to utilize the path. But otherwise, not possible. But then when we go through the death process, the 80 conceptual thoughts are naturally ceased, you see. Then, when clear light occurs, many enlighten right there. If not, at least realize wisdom emptiness directly, or at least able to, secure intact virtue to determine your next rebirth, where you can, continue to practice. You see, so. So all these are possible because of our parent. That's the point. Because of our parents. Yes. Yeah. So if we are really serious about bodhicitta, there's no choice. We have to, we have to have this, the full aspect of heart of appreciation, respect, loving, compassionate heart to our parents. Reasoning, all I mentioned before, those are just a few examples only. So, on the first day I was talking about the amazing benefit of circumambulation stupa, training the prayer wheel, etc. If our mother, father didn't give this body to us, we won't have that opportunity. You see, even though we claim my body, actually it's a false claim. It's a false claim. This body is actually belong to our parents. What we really own is only our karma. What we really own is the continuum of consciousness that came from that continuum came from beginningless lifetime, and that continuum will carry on, all the way until we achieve full enlightenment. But the different rebirths, such as human rebirth, the basis are mainly belong to others. That's our parents. There's so much merit of just viewing the holy relics of the statues, sculptures. If we don't have an eye organ, even if we have eye consciousness, we won't be able to perceive those holy objects. And the eye organ is given by our parents. So it means how possible, But you can call as a DNA, maybe not a DNA. The main substance, the main ingredients to develop, blood, bone, and organs came from our parents, including developing eye organ. The main substance is from parent. You see, to able, there's so much merit by reciting sutras and mantras. We all know that, but without having tongue, how are we going to recite? Without having mouth, how are we going to recite? So the speech that which creates so much merit by repeating or reciting such powerful prayers, mantras, that depend on the tongue organ, and that tongue organ, the main substance to develop into tongue organ came from our parents. You see, even the human intelligence, that there's a great service from our brain. The main substance came from our parents. You see, so then the clear light experience, as I mentioned before. Many practitioners, most practitioners, they enlighten during the clear light experience, and we have that opportunity. So now, that clear light experience only happened because of existence of the indestructible drop, which with a microscope you can't detect that, but there is. That's called indestructible drop. That indestructible drop is the first the substance that we receive from father, mother, the blood and the egg and the sperm. The subtlest one become indestructible drop, where store the life force, our life force, for one lifetime, one human Father Mother. There the life force that came on the basis of the continuum of our consciousness, insight, remain there. It very much in the form of like air, remain there. So when we do meditation, we kind of crack the indestructible door for purpose. Then we practice clear light meditation. But of course, you only can do that when you have a higher level of the practice. But otherwise, within the circle of one human lifetime, the occurrence of clear light is at the time of death. It's naturally crack, not by purpose or force. Naturally crack. The moment it crack, the life force get out. That is the experience of emptiness, and that natural experience of emptiness. The level of benefit to the practitioner depend on how familiar you are in the practice. So if your practice is familiar with the clear light, then you achieve clear light of the Buddha. You are enlightened. If your capability is just to handle the understanding of wisdom of emptiness, then there you realize emptiness. You see, if your capability is just to recognize, but there's no capability to exercise as a meditative path, then even just noticing it is a great virtue, and that virtue act as the direct cause to actualize virtues in the middle state. When you actualize virtues in the middle state, that define virtues rebirth, beneficial rebirth in next life. You see. So again, my point is Father Mother. So that indestructible door, which is unbelievably useful, came from Father Mother, and slightly gross one, substance of Father Mother, become a brain, become bones, become blood, become vessels, isn't it? Even scientific would agree that. Yeah. So now, especially when you practice Tantra, it's all about tantric generation and completion stage, utilizations of channels and chakra and drop and the subtle consciousness. You see, the subtle channels, subtle chakras, all these are in fact given by our parents. Therefore, we have this opportunity to utilize those tantric practices. Otherwise, we won't. You see. So, whatever the gross level of the aggregates that we have, develop from there, and developed by the conditions like nutrition, isn't it? But then those of the gross cells in the blood, in the flesh, etc., usually it's not sustainable. It develops, it dies, then it wastes, with feces and with fluids, sweat, etc. So one thing that forever, whole lifetime stay with us is actually the substance that we receive from Father Mother. That stay the whole throughout the life. Along the way, whatever we earn today, tomorrow we waste. That's scientifically understand, isn't it? All the cell rapidly dies and get new cells, isn't it, in our body? So anyway, when we talk about amazing benefit of prostration, if we don't have this body, how are we going to do prostration? Again, the kindness, it came from our Father Mother. We will bring whole body to be near to compassion, living compassion Buddha holiness. Can you imagine?
and just being in that mandala and to have the access to hear the teaching directly, without this basis which is given by our parents, we won't have opportunity. So you see, so therefore, so these are just a few ideas to generate the attractiveness towards our parents, to have a gratitude to our parents. The unbelievable benefit that they have given to us, and especially mother. 9 months in the womb. If she didn't take care of us in 9 months in the womb, we won't be alive. We won't have all this opportunity to be in Bodh Gaya. Then the sacrifices, can you imagine? Unbelievable sacrifices. We hear that those of you, mother, you will know. Maybe you already forgotten what you went through, because your love to the child is unconditional. You can completely let go of your own comfort. You completely for the child. The saving the child's life. You nurture, in the very first day, you nurture with so much love, so much gentleness, so much sacrifices. It's completely selfless. It's pure love, pure, unbelievable pure love. All mother would do. Even you can see with the animals, animals, human for sure, but even the animals, you see how they care for their cubs like that. So it's like no room for us to misunderstand or feel they haven't loved enough. They didn't love enough to you. There are a lot of complaints. My mother didn't love enough. Or care enough. We hardly, even in our meditation, we hardly meditate to how much the parent, how much mother has sacrificed for our benefit. We never meditate. We meditate on bodhicitta, love, compassion, happiness, but we forget about this part. This is so important. If we really want to develop bodhicitta, this is very important meditation. Until we develop wholehearted affection to our parent, our mother, you can say immeasurable from your side. Immeasurable means your heart is only love to your mother, only immeasurable respect, only respect to your mother. Until you don't develop that, you still have some sense of distance from your positive emotion relation to your mother. Then so difficult to develop great compassion, so difficult to develop bodhicitta. It's almost not possible. If we really want to take into real practice, really mean it, I need to develop bodhicitta, that has to happen. You just want to sound nice, then you say, oh, mother sentient being, oh, sentient being. But mother, the real mother, still have quite a reservation to 100% presence to mother. You say, you are the best. You have a bit of reservation. To even to say that, you are the supremely best. Okay, huh? So I'm doing okay with that. There's no kinder than you in the entire is 100% came from you. You know, my enlightenment came from you. You know, my meeting the Dharma came from you. You know, we respect so much our gurus, those of you who already deep-rooted in the Dharma practice. You know, you really see Guru in Buddha, isn't it? You have to see your mother in Buddha. You have to see your mother is the first Guru. Like his son always say, my first Guru is my mother. His son always say, my first Guru, who really nurtured my heart in the compassion that I have, is my mother. My mother taught me. My mother gave me. You know. You see, so we need to develop up to that stage. You see. Oh. So for some people it's hard. Then if you don't break this hard shell, and no discovery of the rest of the amazing bodhicitta practices or bodhicitta realizations. You see. Sometimes I like to say this because of our self-grasping, self-cherishing so strong, and just logical reasoning is not helping to able to understand this, the kindness of mother, sacrifices of mother. Then say just go and maybe buy 1 kilo of rice. Then you put it in a bag, then you tie around your stomach. Maybe better is a rock, not smooth one, maybe like big round, because the baby got the feet like this, and kick, isn't it? So the rock got many poking. So you put in the thinnest cotton, thinnest cloth, not thick one. Then the best is just indirectly put on the stomach. Then you tie it. Then you go to bed on your most comfortable master bed, or the queen size bed, or whatever, the luxurious 6-star bed, and see whether you can still enjoy the 6-star facility or not. It's good to check it out. You see, so just for maybe 5 minutes would be very hard to bear the uncomfortableness. Surely not going to have a good sleep at all at that night. So mother has to go through that for 9 months, and that especially involve emotion, emotion about concerning the well-being of that baby. For us, we don't need to concern about the well-being of the rock. Don't worry about that. So then after being born, the rest of the life of the child, the mother can't get away of concerning the well-being. Even the mother may be scolding you, show a bit of rudeness, but it's very much, in her view, is to concern of your well-being. It's not because she hates you, she want to harm you. As a mother by nature, carry that nature, you see. Otherwise, she has no reason to save for 9 months in her womb. She can easily abort, isn't it? None of us was aborted, isn't it? We are all here. Ourselves are proof. She have choice to just give a big punch, you're finished. You see? Yeah. So then can you imagine when we are incapable at the age of 1, 2, or even the first month, some babies, cry hours and hours. So sleepless nights, and certain parents, they still need to go to earn a living, but their heart, their heart carries so much worry about that baby at home, the survival of the baby. Can you imagine, in today's time, if we forget our mobile somewhere, or if even you left your mobile, now this experience will happen here. Now if you go to the Mahabodhi temple, you cannot carry your mobile. Yeah. So you leave your mobile in the room, that will be quite hard. Then it's quite a challenge, I think, for many of us. Because there's so much attachment, it's been so close to you. So I don't know whether it's a good example or not. So mothers, the closeness, the treasure, the mother treasure, the baby, so close, so much that it's so difficult to separate, even for a moment, and some more is a life, So even someone as nanny is taking care, but as a mother, it's so hard, you see. So anyway, the mother will know. Those of you who have been mother, so it's I have no experience in this life, but when you meditate, you can understand. At one time, this little Lama, understanding child, little Lama, he stayed with me for about 3 years. Just two of us, in almost inseparable. 24 hours. Very much after my watch. From age of 9, 10, 11, like that. Then after that, I sent him to monastery in Sarah. So I thought, it's so easy to let go that emotional attachment. But in reality, it's not easy. I'm not even his biological father or mother. It's just carer for 3 years, and I care him like the emotion is like my own child. And just within these 3 years, the emotion, the attachment it becomes so strong that when we separate, it's so hard, so painful, so painful. I apply all the Dharma teaching, nothing is working. Nothing, emptiness is not working, detachment is not working, renunciation not working. It's so painful. So I left him in the Sarah, and also I left him with someone that whom I trust. I 100% trust that this person will take care of him, maybe even better than me. And he's grown up, 15, 16 years old already. But then, when he was with me, every night, he kicked his blankets out. I wake up a few times just to go and cover his blanket. So it became a habit. So after I left in Sarah, so I get into the bus. When I reach around, maybe about 1 hour, maybe not even reach to Mysore, it's about 1 hour from Sarah. And that was at night. And it's around maybe 9, 10 o'clock. So I already start to mist and feeling that whether he was asked to go to bed or not, etc. Then somewhere before reaching Bangalore, somewhere it's around 11, 12 o'clock. Then now I feel that definitely his blankets are kicked out. And now who will cover him. So so I feel like I'm asking the bus to stop, and I want to go back to cover the blanket. So hard, so hard. Can you imagine the mother? Mother, the real mother, the biological mother, in relation to the child. You see, I mean, the moment you start a kindergarten, you have to go to school without the mother. Then worse than that, later, they join university. You have to part for years. Then after that, they get a new life. They have a new family. Go quite far away. But how about the mother? The mother's emotion. Just this connection that made in the 9 months. Can't erase. You see that? You see. So hard. Then when I went back to, so we live in Australia. So when I back, I put my luggage in the house. I immediately went to the park where we every Sunday we used to go, and literally I see him everywhere. Wow. So is it so? But yet it's not there, and it is so painful. It's so hard. Is it so? So mother. So then that time, first time, I suddenly think of my own mother. I left family at the age of 9. Then about 8 years I didn't see her. I was super happy. When I reached Koban Monastery, I felt like that time I don't understand the description of pure land, or I don't understand the meaning of liberation. But now when I relate, what I felt is actually I felt a liberation. I felt the experience of liberation. I felt pure land. And I've got so many friends. All these little kids are my friends. I'm with a teacher to whom I so much wanted to be with. I'm in such a secure environment. I didn't think of my mother even once. Yeah. But what my mother went through as a child doesn't matter. As just simply as a mother, doesn't matter. You're good mother, bad mother, whatever you want to say, but it's still a mother. That emotion, the emotional attachment, how much she went through, repeatedly torturing the separation from her child. You see. So I realized suddenly, I said, if I had to go through that with someone that I don't even have that relationship, real parent relationship, and also just for 3 years, it's external relationship. You see. It still there's so much intensity is there. Then how about the mother who kept you for 9 months in her womb? Then immediately, try to find every ways to communicate with her. So then, the most important thing, try to find a way to call her and express how much I love you. And mother still, but I'm sure deep in her heart, I'm sure she feels bliss. But then I missed so many years of time of expressing that. I should have expressed a long time before, You see, so like that. I'm just giving an example, okay? So now wherever I go, I'm honestly speaking, I don't really have a hobby of taking pictures, but I take a lot of pictures. every flower I see, I take pictures. Every new thing I see, I take pictures. Basically, wherever I go, I take pictures, mainly to send to her. I have no opportunity to take her along with me, but I want to always let her feel that you're always with me. I take her along with me through the pictures. They eventually bought. Then after that, Wi-Fi came. She already moved down to Kathmandu, so then bought this smartphone where which there's WhatsApp, WeChat, this, like just even she may feel annoying, but send one message. This, you see. So anyway, I'm just giving a little example. So there are numberless reasons why mother is the most attractive, most beneficial in your life. If there's any inconvenience that you feel, if there's anything, even she must have beat you up, she must abandon you, that has to be, she is under the control of others' power. Others' power means others' power like delusion, others' power of karma that we also contributed in the past lifetime. She manifests that karma coming back to us. Or others' power like maybe she's maybe in a deep stress, or maybe lacking of financial supports, or maybe diseases, or maybe the environment, the way she's in, she must be in a deep stress. Because of that, she must have thrown anger towards you. She must have beaten you up. She must have even thrown you away from home. It has to be by others' power, or it has to be our own misunderstanding. Only, you have to come to a conclusion that, this too is the only reason why I have inconvenience with my mother. You have to train our heart until like that. And then you really consult. If there's any inconvenience, you reconsult. Then practice that love, respect, compassion, kindness. You see. So if your mothers are, those people will be the most fortunate if their mothers are staying with them, if they have opportunity to serve her physically, and especially when they are old, especially when they, some old people they forget what you call the Alzheimer. When we are baby, it's exactly like that. When we are baby, after born, maybe one day, one words for maybe even for almost like for a few years, we are almost like Alzheimer baby. We forget, we don't know anything, we're incapable. Our mother take care. If she don't have time, she need to go and earn the living, she will assign someone to take care. Because of her kindness, we got these benefits. You see? So now when she is old, we cannot be impatient to take care of her. When she forgets things, when she do certain things that what she's not supposed to do, when we as a baby, we done all those mistakes 1,000 times more than what mother's doing. So you take care. You see, if those of you who have opportunity, you are the most fortunate one. You should understand that. You are the most fortunate one. You see, even you are able to, even your mother not staying with you, give call, find way to have a meal together, whatever way, and especially those different occasions. If they like flower, give flowers. If they like cake, bake cakes. If they like just a phone call. If they don't like to see you, don't see them. There's certain parents, they really don't want to see you. That's a bit. Then stay away. But then one of the best way to repay the kindness, one of the best ways is invest your body, spirit, and mind, accumulating virtue. Invest your life, living in the precepts, living in the vows, living in the dharma. That's the best repaying the kindness of our parents. And that repaying the kindness will benefit them for the rest of their future existence until they enlighten, you see. And some more, we as a children, whatever merit we accumulate, 100% parent will receive, you see. The reason, I said before, our body is theirs, that's the reason. Otherwise, even Buddha cannot transfer merit to us, 100% cannot, just condition us. Buddha cannot cleanse our negativities, but for mother, for father, for parents, especially mother, as a children, whatever virtue you do, they receive 100%. It's a bit difficult, isn't it, to understand that. You have to meditate on this, then it's not easy to understand. Not many people talk about it also, you see. Because of, we are using her body to accumulate merit, so that's why she receives 100%. That's the reason, like mother's prayer is so powerful to us, but even father also cannot accumulate whatever virtue they accumulate, cannot receive 100% to us. But as a children, we have that privilege. We have that privilege, you see. So, therefore, if we commit negative karma, they also receive it similar way. So therefore, we need to abstain from negativities. Then respect our body. You should have, how to say? Yes, respect our body. Because we carry mother's body. You see, in the world there's so many people suffer so much because of this. They see limitation in their body. They're tall, they say too tall. Short, they say too short. Fat, they say too fat. Thin, they say too thin. Nothing is right. So, whatever size you have is perfect size. Whatever look you have, that's the most beautiful look you have. That's the most unique that none of the other sentient being has. You are special. Everybody is special. Everybody. We cannot distracted by this fashion world. Sometimes I jokingly say, they say, long nose, they say very handsome. I say, no, for me I'm scared. Then they say, big eye, it says called beautiful. I say, for me, big eye, I'm scared. I prefer small eye, it's okay. So big eye, looking at them, I feel scared. That's it. So, but the fashion world say, big eye, or tall, or thin, or whatever, Of course, health is most important. But then whatever. So now my point is, don't go there. My point is, you carry mother's body, father's body, your parents' body, most precious mother's body. So therefore, you have to honor it. You have to respect. You have to, really value it. So you have to take good care of it. Some more is practitioner, but you have to take good care of it. You see. Then, overall being of yourself, as I mentioned at the first day, Buddha nature. You see, our true nature is Buddha nature. So again, emotionally to understand that, how can I regard myself worthless? How can I regard myself impure? All this wrong invitation to yourself. You have to understand my nature is Buddha nature. My value is compassion. You see, we are not born with ignorance. We are born with compassion. We are born with love. You see, our conscious nature is, when you study the Ornament of Clear Realization by Maitreya, there's one section called Rik, is to study on Tathagata essence, Buddha nature. So there's a two aspects of Tathagata essence. One is the conventional, another one is alternate. The conventional aspect of the Tathagata essence is the compassionate nature of yourself, compassionate being. So your origin is compassionate one, loving one, kind one, artistic one. You see, then the ultimate Buddha nature is the Dhammakaya. You see. So from both aspects, your real being is pure one, pure. You see. All these samsaric aggregates are temporal. It just came by condition. It's not innate from the beginning. You see. So therefore, even the enlightenment is nothing to look from outside, nothing to gain from outside. It's just discovery within inside. You see. So it is so possible. It is so reasonable that, so logical or whatever you want to say. Even this very ordinary body, you can be enlightened. Even before discarding this samsaric body, you can enlighten. As long as you are fully awakened to your origin, that's the full enlightenment. It's like that. Okay, now I also enlighten with all the time, isn't it? 10, 15, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we go for a short break, tea break, then we resume. Is that right? Thank you. Okay. Okay.